So, what am I making today? I am inventing a new dish, and this takes a little bit of mustard oil from Anveshan. Good guys, I think we're doing good. Uh, though I am a little concerned about everyone's supply chain, so we're going to find out very soon once I meet them and figure out what is their production going to look like. So, in goes one bay leaf and a little bit of cumin, so that's Jeera, just a little bit. From Nabdanya, fantastic place to get your stuff. It's in Oscars and Noida as well, so important to keep them in mind. Very good. And then we're going to take these, which are Kacha Kela, plantain, and we're going to just pop it into the oil. Uh, Not the skin side, I've got the skins on, I'm not taking them off because I want them to cook inside their skin and kind of caramelize in that. And then we've got these bitter gourd, Karela, and we're going to pop those in as well along with it. So I kind of marinated these in a bit of salt, black pepper, some ginger and garlic powder, not paste, because I want this to be a bit dry and have that consistency of dry, more like a kebab. And so we turn the plantain around, just making sure that the edges get cooked, because we're gonna anyhow put some water into this later, and all of it's going to cook and steam inside as well. So you're just kind of doing this initial bit in oil just to kind of give it a bit of uh, the crispness that comes with getting these veggies fried up in oil a bit. It gives them and it releases their oils as well and all their potency. The next thing that I'm going to pop in are two chilies whole. So these are green chilies and I'm kind of putting them in right now because I want the chilies to mix into the oil and add their flavor in. I'm going to put this on a low temperature and just let it kind of dry and steam in there for about a few minutes. And then we're going to add the third ingredient, which is Bhindi or ladyfinger or whatever you want to call it. Fantastic for cholesterol. People with very high cholesterol will understand this is one of the things that will help cleanse your blood and get all the bits and pieces of cholesterol out of it. So we've given this about 30 seconds or so. I don't want to fry it all too much because I'm anyhow going to be putting water in and it's kind of going to cook in water more than the oil. Just kind of brown the edges off a bit so that I can get the next set of vegetables in, which really doesn't require a lot of time, and therefore I need the more harder vegetables, the ones that will take a little more longer to cook through, just kind of do their bits. At this point, I'm going to kind of just gently slice through the plantain because the edges are done. And by doing that, I'm kind of allowing the moisture to escape better and the oil to kind of penetrate into the plantain a little deeper. I don't know why I'm saying kind of so much because I really often don't say kind of on everything. So the plantains now browning up gradually on the edges, and we've just got the pieces tilted up a bit so that they can cook on both sides. You can see the plantain there. I'm just kind of letting it grill through, and we're just going to give it a couple of minutes, and then we're going to go to the next step, which is adding uh, the water and the rest of the stuff. I'm happy where I've got these now, and I'm just going to take uh, the lady finger on Bhindi, just pop it in there. So here's the sauce. Let it touch the oil ever so lightly. It doesn't need a lot of oil to cook, so it's a very quick and easy to cook. And you don't want to use, you don't want to fry it too much. A very Punjabi way of doing it is by making Bhindi masala, which is well, the vegetables quite fried, and any essential cellulose or what they call lace, which is the stringy cellulosey internals of the bhindi, they kind of they aren't as effective anymore after being in oil for some time. So Bengalis do this a lot. They eat it pretty much just boiled with a pot of mustard oil on top, called Hindi bharte. It just goes fantastically well with boiled rice. And yeah, I mean, you're trying to cook your vegetables down just a wee bit. You're not trying to deep fry them enough that they become crunchy. That's another thing that you can do with bhindi. And kurkure bhindi uh, is really fun to have. There's a beautiful restaurant in near Watford in the UK. Forgetting the name. It's really great, and they do a fantastic kurkure bhindi. So if you're ever in and around Watford, uh, uh, you can kind of come back to this, and I'll put it in the description of this restaurant that I'm talking about. Uh, and I think I'm kind of happy with where the vegetables have gotten. My bay leaf just decided to pop out and go under. Can't put that back in. That's fine. So I'm going to kind of just toss it around a bit. I have to stop saying kind of. But these are lighthouses, words that you keep saying or phrases that you keep repeating. They're like lighthouses, they stand out in your speech. We've had years and years of training trying to kill the lighthouses, and uh, Indians have a lot of these. A lot of people will keep adding words and fillers into their conversations, and these stand out because it does show your chain of thought, it does show your thinking, and often by repeating and bringing these lighthouses up very frequently, your speech overall, your chain of thought is literally like if you're driving through a road, you want a smooth ride, you don't want a speed breaker every 100 meters or so. So these act as speed breakers or lighthouses, as they're called in linguistics and various voice and accent training that you will see in India today. So noticing what your lighthouses are is important. If you keep using a particular phrase or term, like I was just kind of going kind of on everything, uh, it is something that you can look at yourself. And the way to do that is once you've identified your urge to say kind of, or well, or like, or any other word, jaise ki, Indians say that a lot, like. that. So if you identify some of these lighthouses, the easier and the best way to handle it would be to observe the phrase, the lighthouse, and then just make sure that you steer clear of it. So take a more softer, smoother way. Focus on what the words that you're speaking imply to people who are listening to you. And there you have solved the problem of not bringing in a lighthouse every 10 feet of your speech. And that kind of works very well. But that doesn't mean you avoid it altogether because some places kind of would be important to use that phrase. So we're going to make a conscious attempt for some time not to do that and let that be. So the veggies have come along just exactly where I need them. I don't want to do much here. I've got all the seasoning in, so all I need to do is add in a little bit of water and just let this entire thing soak in that water. And I'm going to now put in a dash of vinegar. This is cane vinegar. Again, Navdanya, fantastic place to get your stuff from. It will keep you alive longer. And I'm going to put a dash of this in, and we're going to then add something that will help it be better flavored. And that magical element is Kala Namak or black salt. A little bit of that just elevates the taste, brings in the minerals, and makes everything taste a lot nicer. And the last bit that I'm going to add in here while it's cooking, not later, is this fantastic bit of Chaat Masala. I'm just kind of sprinkling a little bit here just to give it the aroma as it cooks, and then I'm going to obviously finish it off with a little bit of garam masala or something later. So I'm going to just let this sit in this water here, just stew in it for about 15 or 20 minutes, and then we're going to come back and see how that went.